guys, it's Katie. I'm in France right now, and I really quickly want to apologize for the room and the lighting and all the junk and the clutter, like my brother's back there and stuff. But I want to apologize because I didn't actually plan to do the video in here. Today I actually planned to do it outside, but it's just way too hot to be outside today. Like it's 45 degrees Celsius. In the shade, which I think is maybe around 110, 115 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not really sure. But either way, it's just totally too hot to be outside. Like, my whole vacation here, it's been like this hot, and it's too hot to be under the direct sun, so that's why I have to do it in here. But, just the whole climate here is totally different than what I'm used to. Like, here in France, the people who live here are, like, used to it being 45 degrees Celsius in the shade. Like, they're used to that. Like, that's what their summers are. Their summers are really hot like that. Like, right now, I'm in a little village called difernet, and it's in the south of France. And all around us, like mostly in the south of France, the stores and the little shops and stuff, they all close at 12, and then they don't open again until 4. Now, this is partly because France's big meal here is lunchtime, and they're still very traditional with their lunch. Like, your whole family eats it with you and stuff, and then you're all together as a family. So that's part of the reason they eat their lunch. They go back to work at like 4 or whatever. But it's also because between 12 and 4, it's the hottest in the summer, and you just can't bear to be in your shop, because if you are like most of the little places here in the village are, then you don't have air conditioning. So it's just way too hot. Like, you'll just like bake in it in your shop. It'll just be too hot, and it's stuffy and stuff, and there's usually no breeze and stuff. So they close down when it's hottest in the afternoon, and then they go home, which is better because then they can eat their big meal. But the reason I wanted to go outside and do this video is because I'm going to talk about a few things, but I wanted to show you what I was talking about so you guys got a better understanding of what I was talking about. But seeing as how I can't go outside, I guess I'm just going to have to explain it for you anyways. But just little customs that I'm not used to that I think are kind of cool. Like, pretty much every single house I've seen here in France have stone walls around them. Now, I'm not talking about these like little dinky stone walls like fences just for a look. I'm talking about these like big, huge, tall stone walls like all along your house for privacy reasons, so people don't like break into your house kind of thing. Like every house has these big thick stone walls. Like, it's insane, and then gates to get out. But it's really cool if you're around the village and stuff, just looking at the different designs and the colors that people have their walls and their gates and stuff. But I just think it's kind of weird for me, because me living in Canada, you all live on a street, right? And you have fences and stuff like along your backyard sometimes, but not like these big thick stone walls. And like, you're friends with your neighbors, like your two neighbors beside you and the people across the street, and you talk to them and you interact. Well, here you have the guy beside you, the other guy beside you, and the people across the street, but you don't interact because you have this wall that is preventing you from talking to each other. I just think it gives you a whole different definition of neighbors. Like, I talk to my neighbors and stuff, and like, you befriend them, but here I don't even know if half of them know who their neighbors are because you don't see them. Like, if I'm sitting on my front porch and my neighbor across the street walks out of his house and is going for a walk or whatever, we talk because we see each other more. But here they don't see each other, so then I guess they don't have to talk. I guess if I'm sitting on the front porch and I see my neighbor, I kind of feel the obligation to talk to them, kind of the obligation to befriend them as being your neighbors, but here you don't have to. That was kind of cool. And I also think what is kind of weird that I'm not used to, that almost every single house I've been here, they all have these like fish ponds, which I think is kind of cool, with like goldfish that are like this big. I've never seen a goldfish that big in my entire life. I'm used to like goldfish that are like this big. Honestly, that big, that's flippin' huge. Anyways, so they have these like goldfish ponds of all these goldfish that have lived for like years. I'm not talking about like 2 years, I'm talking about like 7 or 8 years, maybe 10 years, maybe 15 years. Like, these big honking goldfish just stay there all year long. Like, it's insane. Like, I know if I tried to build a fish pond in my backyard, which wouldn't work because I am not good at doing hands-on things anyways, if I tried to do this fishing pond and put fish in it that were, mind you, this big, it would not work out, because me living in Canada, we have like a stretch of snow days in a whole week, so just the winters here are totally different than than they would be here. Like the fish would die like in a November night. Like just it's just totally different for me to see these like big fish in this pond. Like I'm not used to that, just their customs. And here, like when you see your relatives or family or anybody like who you know and stuff in town, when you wake up in the morning, whenever you first see each other and before you go to bed, or like when you last see each other, like saying goodbye and stuff, you kiss each other on the cheek 3 times. And it's different for me because like we say hi to each other, but here they kiss each other on the cheek 3 times. Like they'll go right, left, right, or like left, right, left. But it's different for me because I'm not used to that. Like I wake up in the morning and I'm just getting ready and stuff, and then I go outside and I see people. Well, they come right over and you have to give them 3 kisses on the cheek. It's just a totally different custom for me, and I think it's kind of cool though. Like I don't know, it's just weird from what I'm used to. So, anyways, I don't know if you guys have been to different countries and if you have seen like different customs that are kind of neat to you and kind of whatever. Different for you that you think are cool. But if you guys could comment me or make video responses or whatever on what you and how it's different for you in different countries or whatever, that'd be really cool. And I also want to apologize for not making videos in Paris and earlier because I wanted to show you guys the Eiffel Tower and all that stuff, but my memory card didn't have enough memory for all the pictures or the picture I'd taken, it didn't have enough memory for a video. And my batteries were being stupid and kept dying, and it was just this whole hassle. So I apologize for that. But I know I've been ranting, and I will talk to you guys later then. So if you guys could send me comments or video responses on different cultures and stuff that you've been to, that'd be really cool. Thank you. See ya.